Hey guys, welcome back. It's Friday, March 18th, 17th, 18th, whatever day it is. Quick update for the grand prize giveaway. By the way, I'm using my new microphone, so hopefully you guys can hear me. I've got it turned that way because if it's facing towards me, you can see the microphone in the top of the view of the screen. But little update on the grand prize raffle tractor. Connor has chosen his tractor, and Sunday we are going to pick it up, so stay tuned for that video. And then you can follow Connor's channel for him on his repairs that he's going to have to do to it and using the tractor and whatnot. But I'm not going to give you any clues as to what it is or what he chose until we actually see it. So stay tuned for that. And right now I'm standing in Domino's new shop, and I'll just kind of give you a little tour, if you will, as to why I've gotten quite a few questions as to what's going on with the H, why haven't you finished it yet, what's going on, and just gonna have to be patient, guys. You know, winter is a long season here in Minnesota, first of all. Second of all, Domino's been busting his butt trying to get his shop done so that A, he can use it, and B, you know, he's got other projects, not just the H project, but he's got other projects for other people lined up that he needs to wants and needs to get started on. So I'll just give you a glimpse of what it takes to build a shop, you know, and get it organized. But right now I've been trying to help him as much as I can. You know, working both jobs and some other things that we got going on in our private life is very taxing time-wise. So we just are finishing building his paint booth, and this is really a pretty ingenious deal that he designed and built. But I'll give you a quick pan around in the shop just to show you what he's been working on. So, you know, all this stuff in this area was all sitting in his front garage. Just that's the garage that's attached to his house. So, you know, it takes a lot just to get everything organized. But this corner here is the paint booth that he constructed, and I'll walk over there and kind of show you guys. Hopefully you can hear me with this microphone, but I'll walk over there and show you guys kind of what he's got going on. And if you're curious, this is a Ford Model T that he picked up that we're gonna try to get running. The motor is loose. You know, we've got the head off of it, and we're gonna do a series on this as well, something a little bit different. We'll tear the motor down and try to do something with it. This is his wife's 56 Bel Air, and this, I'm not sure on the year, but it's a Plymouth Suburban. I've never even seen one to the best of my knowledge, but it's there. So, but let's go inside quickly. That's a Hartley, I'm not sure on the year, but it's a shovel head, Springer front end. You know, it's pretty bare bones, but got to get a tank set up for that, finish the brakes on it, and probably work on a couple other things, and it should be a runner. So I know he's had it running, but I got to help him with that too eventually. So let me get inside the paint booth here. So what we've been working on the last couple days is getting these doors sealed up on the bottom, and on the top we have to run a seal across so that we don't draw any air or dirt from outside in here. And then we also made this, well, he made the filtration system, but I helped him, you know, get in the duct work yesterday, and that's just a vent to outside to draw all the fumes and everything out of here. And he just used regular furnace filters on 3 sides. And then we've got it on wheels so that he can move it around if he needs to. But the coolest part about this paint booth is, I don't know if you guys can see it up top, but there's a steel track system up here that runs all the way around. And these doors, well, these walls, they're like doors. They're basically bifold closet doors that he built. And they all latch together. So you see these latches here. Some of them have dual latches, you know, one high and one low. And at the bottom, they've got these little rubber tipped feet that are adjustable up and down, and we can use those to lock the bottom of the wall in place so it doesn't, you know, sway back and forth. So basically, these bifold walls, I guess you could call them, are in kind of like 8-foot sections. So it's a 4-foot piece here, a 4-foot piece here, and then they're hinged in the middle. So they can fold in half, and then they'll slide on this track system so that he can collapse this wall against this wall. And then this one is 3 panels, and it collapses that way. So you can open this entire area up, and then you can move that filtration system and put it in the corner, and you really have, you know, another, I think he said this is roughly like, oh, it's about 16 by 25 roughly. So you should be able to get pretty much any vehicle in here, you know, crew cab, dually, pickup, or a decent sized boat if he ever had to paint a boat or anything. But then he's got a service door on it. We put that in the wall yesterday. So this is his new paint booth that is collapsible, which is really cool. So kudos to him for kind of designing this whole thing. And then at the bottom of the walls, he's got casters, steel casters, because we noticed that when we fold the wall, we couldn't hang the rollers in the middle of the walls because it just wasn't going to work with the setup he has, because his furnace is here, and he had to be able to mount the rollers on the corner so that it was hanging from basically one side. So we put those casters on the middle section where the hinge is to kind of support that corner when it hangs, and then you can just roll it on the floor. But when we do some painting in here, we'll kind of give you guys a demo of how this really works, and it's really awesome. So that's what we've kind of been working on, getting this done and getting his shop organized. And then all the tin work for the H and the paint and the supplies are already here, so we're just waiting and working on getting this stuff figured out and done so that it's a smooth process. But we're gonna go back to the house. I had to do some errands, run some errands for Domino, and that's done. So we're gonna run back to the house. And I think since I've got some spare time today, I'm going to do a first start of the year on the Farmall M. You know, it hasn't been run since probably October, so let's go ahead, jump in the car, and we'll get back to the house and mess around with that. So we'll see you there. Alright guys, we're back here at the house. I got the M behind me. Now, I don't think we've started this thing up since, it had to be October or maybe even earlier, but it's been sitting all winter. I didn't take the battery out of it because I figured I'd be using it during the winter, but then, you know, we didn't get the snow like we usually do as far as amounts or snow totals, and we never ran it. So the battery's been sitting in it all winter, and we had that spell where it was, you know, 2 or 3 weeks where it didn't even get above 0. So I'm hoping that the battery is still okay. I also picked up a tripod, so I'm taking one out of the old Squatch book on that, and we'll see how it works. Hopefully this microphone's working. I've got they call it a dead cat, which is it's like a fuzzy thing on the microphone tip, I guess you could say. So it's supposed to help with wind noise, but hopefully it's working good. But let me get the camera and the tripod set up and we'll start taking the tarp off. So taking the tarp off doesn't really take too long. It's putting the tarp back on that sucks. And it's probably like 45-50 degrees now. So you can imagine if it was 80 degrees colder than it is right now, how bad this would suck. But we'll see if it fires up. Got gas moving. Can't argue with that. What's it been? 7 months roughly? October, November, December, January, February, March. Well, 6 months anyway. Throttle must have stuck a little bit. Probably just from sitting, you know, things get a little sticky, rusty, sticky. But that's pretty good. Can't argue with that. noticed my, well, it'd be your left, but my right side tire is low, so I'm gonna put some air in it and maybe we'll take it for a rip. Well, I think that's going to do it for this video. As you can see, it's not perfect, but the engine runs like a dream, and it should for how much money we got into it. But one of the things that happened on the way back from Now Then one year when I was driving it back, this little, they call it a lens, kind of went missing. So that's all right. You don't pay any extra for that. It comes with that feature. So, but I'm gonna let her run out of gas, and well, I'm gonna shut off the gas. I'm not just gonna let it run. But once that happens, then I gotta wait for the muffler to cool, and then we can put the tarp back on. So turn off the gas. That's the most beautiful thing about a Magneto. You can turn off the fuel and walk away. You don't have to worry about the switch being left on. It's not going to burn anything out like on a distributor or electronic ignition. You don't have to worry about it. So we'll just let her run out of fuel, and pretty happy with that. It's been sitting 6 months through, you know, 30 below, 35 below. So you guys take care and stay tuned for the, my dog's a little excited. Stay tuned for the Raffle Grand Prize tractor video. That's coming on, well, we're getting the tractor on Sunday, so stay tuned. Take care.